Hello everyone, Ilias the Leonidas here for part 11 of our Byzantium playthrough with our hypothetical victory at Varna alternative start date. Alright, picking up where we left off, we had just conquered Jermaion and now we have taken most of Anatolia. We still have the Ottomans and Karaman, but they're both drastically weaker than they used to be. They should really be easy for us to mop up. So we effectively have taken Anatolia and what is modern day Greece and parts of the Balkans, kind of reforming most of the major parts of the Byzantine Empire, at least this core Byzantine Empire, though we still have, and in the long term, two enemies to kind of address and take care of. We have Venice, who is very big. Venice crushed Austria and Hungary and took a lot away from Hungary. And we have Genoa, Genoa's doing all right. They actually suffered some setbacks. They had a lot more land over here, but they've lost it, so they're kind of on the downswing. But they do have a gigantic ally in France. So they're allied with Albania too, but that's not as important. But this big blue blob, this ally really makes it hard for us. So a lot of what we're going to be doing is planning future moves and actions to prepare for our wars against Venice and Genoa. So a lot of our short-term actions, though, will be eating up these two little remaining Turkish beyliks, or the Ottomans and the Turkish beylik, that is Karaman. And one of the first major long-term decisions I think we need to look into is our allyship with Georgia. Now, they're offering us a royal marriage, and we're going to decline it. I'm sorry, Georgia, but this ally thing has not been working out. You're not really carrying your weight here. And what we're going to do is we're going to dissolve this alliance. Our time with Georgia has come to an end. Now, we do have a couple things we need to look into, and these are kind of long-term logistical things. The first is I'm going to be redesigning some of our forts and kind of moving certain forts around. So we're going to get rid of this fort here. We are going to rebuild a fort here eventually. That way we block this side of the strait on either side. And that way this province touches a lot more, well, technically one more province, but these provinces are kind of a lot more important than just these three provinces. Having a fort here kind of protects. Also, this will kind of help us financially in the short term and eventually the long term, because this whole plan is kind of to downsize some of our forts. We're also going to destroy this fort and this fort here as well. And the reason I'm going to do that is I plan on building a fort right here. This fort right here will effectively block out this entire region. That means this entire region, you can't advance past it until you take over this fort, which is great because that means we can kind of hem in any wanted attacks from the Mamelukes coming from the south. Now, we aren't really planning on expanding down here, so the reason why I'm kind of moving the fort over here is just because send a message, and also I don't really have any desire to fight them. And this restructuring will allow us to build one fort here, and then once we take the Ottomans, I'm going to plan on building another fort right here. That way we block off this, and we effectively, with two forts, create a barrier here in Anatolia, preventing anyone from coming out. So I'm going to resume the runtime. We are no longer allied with Georgia, which means we will be going to war with them. I'm going to pause just real quick. I need to fabricate some of these claims. We want Sivas first. We're going to keep building that spy network. And we're going to use this other spy network to come into Georgia and start building the spy network. Now, we should have a truce till 1532, so it will be a while. Hopefully, no one jumps too much. Now, they only have really our other ally, Korakora QQ, as their enemy, so QQ is the only one that can really eat them, and as long as QQ doesn't take these coastal provinces, I really don't mind as much. The more the merrier for me would be great, but I can only expand so much, so just at least getting these three to connect my holdings and to control this Black Sea would be perfectly fine by me. So we're gonna resume. We got some stuff we need to do. We need to core some things. It's causing some of us unrest we got going. Hold up, we can let a bunch of regions gain local autonomy, or we can lose 100 administrative power, but lose 2.0 of inflation. That's actually, I don't mind it. We'll be behind. It's not great, but I like losing that inflation right now. Now, having the reduction in forts is not showing us quick financial gains, unfortunately. We do have loans still. We have 2 of them. It's not really bad. It's actually pretty manageable. Please get this estate mechanic out of my face. I really hope I remember to turn it off next time. So we make states over here in Circassia. Just more admin power we do not have right this second. I can't shift right now. It'd be nice to shift for some admin power. Pause it, see where that rebellion occurs, but first let's take that admin tech. Okay, it's over here in Ragusa. We're going to take these 2 armies and bring them over. Gotta help our little vassal out. They're gonna be eating a lot of our land. We're gonna be feeding them here. Ragusa is gonna take some of this coastal stuff we're gonna give them, and Bosnia will take some of this interior stuff whenever we do go to war with Venice. General's going up there to take care of everything. We have this army down here. We're gonna put it right here in this province. It's gonna be their new home away from home. Still not quite there on admin. I'm very antsy to get that admin so I can try to reduce some of these rebels. We don't have too many that are high right now except for Sauron, but that's gonna be manageable. It's only 10k. Well, we managed to wipe them out, so we're gonna pull these men back. Let's bring these ships back in. There ain't no reason for them just to be out there right now. We need to do more with our navy. Is not as strong as it really should be at the second. Going to core that. Trying to see what else financially we can do. That's. I have a ton of. I only have 3 artillery. I mean, we do have a relatively large army, but I would have hoped it would be okay for us to maintain it, but appears not. Our next idea group will be at 10, and I'm thinking we might be going for a military group, though we're behind. No, we're not necessarily too far behind. We're only -5, but we need to do more catching up. We're about 2 levels behind until we get that next idea group. We're actually going to take this army and bring it down to Sauron. Ottomans and Karaman are at war, which is kind of just a battle of who wants to be around when I decide which one I'm going to eat. So Cassia's got some rebels building, which is not ideal. Hoping that will be taken care of once some of this coring gets done. Actually, none of these provinces are. This is mostly just Turkish provinces. Can intervene in a war. Ooh. No. We can join France. I don't. Oh, we can join Denmark. Yeah, I don't want to join Denmark in this. That's I feel like this war is not going to be. I mean, they're big. They do have some stuff going for them. Lithuania is not helping them out in this situation though. So it's France, Scotland, Castile, pretty much. Versus Denmark and its vassal states. Yeah, we're not gonna get involved in that. Thanks for the offer. We can get somebody, but we really don't have the money right now. Screw it. You can go way positive. I'm just gonna need to watch this. 21. Okay, we should be fine. You look at the Ottomans. 3.5 years, of course. It comes back like the plague every time. Now, Karaman is actually probably gonna win this, it looks like. Which isn't necessarily ideal for me because I might not be able to get certain provinces because I don't want to. I went to war with Karaman much sooner, I think. Oh no, 1530. 1530. Oh, we can just, let's rebuild the spy network, make sure we get claims on everything, and we'll just wait for kind of round 2 to take care of everything. Acquire those Turkish provinces. So we can increase diplomatic influence. It increases our diplomatic reputation. It will also get us over the threshold to get plus 10%, which is very, very tempting. But we are pretty badly behind on dip tech, so we might want to hold off on that. Now I can build a church to help our income increase that much more. Ooh, there's actually a couple. This 0.19 is good enough for me. That's quite a bit of increase over time. Yep. QQ has gone to war. We will keep our allyship with you, Wallachia. It's been a great alliance right now. Wallachia is the biggest I've ever seen a Wallachia, honestly, in a game. At least the biggest I've ever seen a Wallachia, naturally without giving it a ton of things. Dudar wants to rebel, which will not be ideal for me. They don't have too many men, but it's enough to definitely cause a problem. We don't care about the patriarchal authority. That inflation reduction is nice. I really just want to core more of these provinces. Go with Crimea. Albania is requesting. Why are you at war with Crimea? We're going to decline it because I'm pretty sure Crimea is just eating up more Genoan land. Okay, who's in this war though? Because if it's Wallachia and like Bohemia, I'm cool with that. It's Wallachia, Moldova, Hungary. At least 25 prestige and -1 diplomatic reputation for 5 years, which isn't that big a deal. The reason why I don't really care to join this is because I have a feeling I'm not even sure what Wallachia is going after because they don't have a border. I want to know why you're doing this, Wallachia. Wallachia in conquest of what? Miramos? Oh, they own one disconnected province, and Wallachia wants to eat that one disconnected province. We're... See, I never like getting involved in wars that have nothing to do with me, nor there's no valid reason for us to even bother. Whatever, I'll accept it. Well, let's go have a grand old time fighting the Austrians and Hungarians. Gonna core these provinces. Have the imminent Ottoman rebellion, which is pretty much a yearly thing here. We have really high tech when it comes to mill tech, so we're just gonna harsh treatment as much as we can. And you know what? This actually might have just been rebels, but wow, Wallachia is really taken care of. You know, we'll bring this army just in case, because I feel like Austria probably does have something hiding. And the Austrian army's up there. Yeah, Austria is probably about to get screwed on this too, because they have Bavaria really controlled, but they're about to get occupied like no other because of all these armies. Ooh, Siena is at war. We're gonna allow that because I want whoever would be at war. Oh my goodness. Garamond is huge. Wow, so that's... Stop fabricating this. That is really tempting to get involved in this war, because I don't think Venice... We're pulling, like, we're gonna still be in this war, but we're pulling out of this region because it's fine. This war should be over pretty quickly. And if it isn't, then it's kind of their problem. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. This is kind of one of the main staples of our campaign, so we definitely need to kind of seize this opportunity. I'm trying to think who we can take something for one of you guys. Yeah, Corfu is not going to Ragusa. This all these islands right here, these are core Byzantine lands, but Zeta I'm willing to give up. Can make the war goals Zeta or Hum. Bosnia. I would prefer Zeta because it kind of screws them a lot. We're gonna do a reconquest. See, it just feels more justifiable of a war. Do a reconquest. None of our allies, unfortunately, will join, but who will join on their side? Albania will join. That will be doable. But we're already not gonna have to deal with Savoy or Fiera. Yeah, we're gonna risk this. Gonna take this risk. We're gonna go to Zeta. We're gonna bring this army here. What we're also gonna do is transport the rest of our men. I guess we can go over land. We're gonna come over land and come down here. port is blockaded. That's fine. Please move into the sea area. Perfect. So we need an admiral. We got a good admiral too. So we're gonna have him come out, see if we can win this sea battle against the knights. Perfect, we just won it. Gonna come out here and crush them. I think Aragon is probably attacking them as well. I'm gonna split up the army here. Shouldn't need too many men. There we go, should be able to siege down everything. Gonna move this guy up to Hum. Now the key thing is we need to make sure we do keep these guys contained and blockaded here on this island. Fortunately, Rhodes port is over here. We're gonna use this 11k and it's their job to get on this island here. I'm gonna risk this. I think we can win this battle. Quarantine this. Oh my goodness. I don't care about these estate mechanics. They suck so much. Ignore, I guess. Munster with Crimea, no. It's not really a battle I want to worry about. Gonna bring up some of these smaller stacks. Austria's still... there's the main bulk of Austrian army. Can we... We'll just lose trust with Moldova, but it won't really... We're gonna sign that. The only reason we're signing that is because I do not want to really get involved in that, Wallachia, and it's your fault that it isn't over with because you occupied everything, so you should just be able to peace out for a province or two. Move these armies up to Bosnia. See, we have much bigger fish to fry here. Reclaiming our own justified land and not just taking land, Wallachia. Why did you have to do that, QQ? They ate... I don't understand how they're not... Okay, they do have some resentment from a lot of neighbors, but a lot of their neighbors are big or allies. I appreciate you at least didn't eat Trebizond, because that would have really made me mad, because it's just, pure Byzantine territory. But I don't appreciate this. If you had just left this one province, it could have been okay. Well, we have 100%, so while we do have other wars going on, let's take care of this real quick. That way, when we're done with our war with Venice, we should be able to go over there. Oh no, I didn't even pay attention. It's bad multitasking. Where's there? Oh no. It's not gonna be good. We definitely lost, but that actually wasn't as bad of a loss as I would have expected. Okay, I need all of you guys to start reporting back over here. Now, I don't understand. Are you yeah, you're at war with a ton of other people. How am I the priority target? Oh well. Okay, I want you two to link up. The goal here is going to be to come cut down some of these smaller armies. Venice's fleet's just big enough to worry me. Oh, go, 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 go. Should be getting good hits in. Oh no. It's gonna be close. We won it, I think, barely. We did take a little bit of damage, but not anything irreplaceably bad. Push forward, delete some of these Venetian forces. Perfect. They came to their aid, but they failed. Be back at this, hopefully fighting up again. I don't like Aragon just landing a ton of troops randomly on Corfu, but okay. Now we do have the Venetian cogs and transports kind of stuck here. I want to get rid of a lot of these. Quick, they're starting to bother me. Make this a state. Court all. He's got a core still. National decision. Don't care. Now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna send this army up. Don't want it to get attacked, but I'm gonna need to try to pay attention and see if anything advances down southwards. My fleet is going to sit right there, perfectly parked, waiting for whenever this siege ends and they are able to push them out. We are financially not doing great, but we're going to build some galleys. And the reason we're going to build some galleys is we are going to hopefully be crushing at least probably half of the Venetian Navy. It's right here. And then seeing what we're doing with the rest of everything. Now, Transylvania took both of those things, so Wallachia got nothing out of it. Which doesn't make a ton of sense. Hungary is just a real shell of what it used to be. I'm really tempted to come back here and just crush these knights. Are they... No, okay. There's no random knights running around. We're gonna leave this large army here. Hopefully that means I don't see any Venetian forces, so I'm gonna not necessarily take a big risk, but divide up these forces, kind of carpet siege here. And I forgot about a rebellion somewhere. Is it a rebellion that matters? No, it's a Ragusa rebellion, but I do have a rebellion that's about to go off on the other side. So thankfully, Ragusa's rebellion reminded me. What we are going to do is take this larger army, just come here real quick, crush this army. There we go, so you should be able to carpet siege most of this area up here. I'm gonna bring these guys back up. Should be looking good as far as kind of cutting Venice apart. So what we're gonna want from this is all core Byzantine land. I'd love to take Rhodes. Give Zeta to Serbia. I don't really have a desire to. Coalition will form Karaman, the Mamelukes, and the Ottomans, so I don't really It's not really a coalition that I fear, because it's pretty much just my enemies. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Apologies. Perfect, there we go. All of our carpet sieges just worked. For some reason I'm still sick, despite get better and then I just get sick again. I don't know if it's been really... Oh, it's Savoy, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna move this army up, and we should be in core Venetian land now. Have they taken Corfu? They have. The ships are kind of evenly matched. Thank goodness Aragon's fleet came in. Revoke the claim in Vidin. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather be friends with Wallachia than really care about a province that isn't important at all. Tuscany, or Genoa, so yeah, of course you can. Anytime anyone wants to go through my land to fight one of my bitter rivals, they are more than welcome to. Oh no. It's gonna be interesting. They're not gonna get there soon enough. This won't be great. Luckily they're suffering a penalty, but we lose, of course. Can spend money to get an advisor. Some morale. Can lose ducats. Let's renegotiate. That's not ideal that Venice just kind of took out a fourth of our army. We are still winning though, at least, so that isn't too big of a deal. I think once we get this fort, we'll be kind of good to go. We do have this 9k down here, which is good. Now, I think we ironically lost more of our allies' forces, or troops, than our own. So we could just eat Albania, which no one really cares that much about. I really don't care. Can I just get you to not be friends with Venice anymore? Just don't be friends with Venice. Find better people to hang out with. Give me some money, and we'll cut you loose, Albania. Not really my qualm here. How many loans are we in? We're in 3 loans. We'll take another loan. We'll raise war taxes just to mitigate some of that. And we do have the manpower at least still. I'm gonna use that extra manpower to raise a little bit of more armies. At 9. I know we've been working on that. Ooh, that's too late. Say we can maybe keep it, but what we're gonna do is we're going to grab our armies and we're just gonna smash Venice in the face. I don't have really any other desire to wait. Venice runs away from this, then we're just going to... Perfect. We're able to intercept those guys. We're gonna come up here. Not gonna divide ourselves too much. We're gonna take this extra 3,000, move it up. Can I just repay one of these loans? Okay, I'm gonna repay a smaller loan. Okay, move you guys up Lika or Laika. Now we do have a rebellion building, and of course it's the Ottomans because it can never be anyone else ever. So what we're gonna do is bring this army up. Hopefully, yeah, it's just gonna force them to retreat. I really just want to get them to stand and fight. How many turns will it wait? Yeah, it looks like it was worth it. We might just beat them as is. We don't even need this extra army. The extra army just makes sure it happens. Send that army that way. Send this army to Istra. Unfortunately, I think Venice is going to get away before we can actually get them. A rebellion happened. Is that one I thought I dealt with, but apparently not. Now we do have tech. I'm going to catch up on dip tech just a little bit. Now we have Baden or Bidden or however you say that, sieging random provinces out here, but hopefully it just means they run into the rebels over there. Now our navy survived, barely, but what we're gonna do is, do we lose any big ships? Yeah, I think we lost 2 of them, unfortunately. Move this in here and we're basically just gonna crush. And the ship got there before, so we just lost another ship for no reason. Have them move over there. I'm not sure if Venice just escaped our grasp or we actually ended up catching them. I didn't get to see it. Exiled armies. How are they exiled? Aren't they? Did some more end? I don't know. Luckily, Venice is already ready to kind of subjugate or submit, but I would really, really want them to. It's unfortunate Dudukar rebellion is going on. It's going to be such a pain in. It's going to be such a long-term pain. Now, I'm not sure because I thought because of zone and control they couldn't get it. We can lose money, but war exhaustion is a bigger deal. Even the island of Venice is capitulated, and yet Venice is only 19% willing to. Let's hold on. There's a 11k Venetian army just right here, somehow. So we're gonna blockade. And what that means is there is 11,000 Venetians just stuck on some islands in the middle of nowhere. At least in the middle of nowhere when it comes to this war going on, which is perfect. Rebel uprising imminent. It's the Ottomans, to absolutely no one's surprise. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We're going to end this part here. Sorry to end it in the middle of the battle, but this video is starting to get a little long. Hopefully I'll edit it down a little bit more, but it might be a little longer than usual. Well, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next part. This is Ilias Leonidas. Ciao for now.